The 2014 football season is quickly approaching. Don't want to wait in line? Purchase your season tickets today. Single seats starting at only $8 and season seats starting at $55. You can order tickets online at ssuathletics.com, by phone, mail, or in person at SSU Athletics ticket office in Tiger Arena. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Sav State Tigers. We know how much you love Tiger football, so don't hesitate to buy those season tickets. Get them before they sell out. See you at the 50-yard line.
How long have I been an artist? Essentially, I think I've been involved with music probably over like 4 or 5 years, but I probably took it serious maybe 3 years ago. The influence towards me becoming an artist, I think dealt with a lot of the point that I knew I had something to say, and with our generation, the people around me, the best output and the best medium for me to get my message to them will be through music, of course, because that's pretty much the only way they're gonna listen nowadays.
I say I thank you, Lord, for all these blessings. I'm always in song, cause I ain't learned my lesson. Now everybody won't like me, but they gon' respect me. I say anything I do, it's gon' be epic. I say excuse me.
With other artists, it's pretty much propaganda, you know, so what sets Billy Bands apart from the rest is that it's genuine, you understand me? It's from me, this is me. It's not just music, it's everyday experience that I've dealt with, and if I haven't dealt with them, I speak them into existence. Simply. I mean, I can't stress enough how unoriginal that most music is right now. You know, it's not hard to speak from the heart at all. Just be you. Don't give a fuck. I mean, not to sound cliche, but don't give a fuck. Because I mean, just like other artists and myself, even though I may not be at the pinnacle or the point that I'm aiming to be at, I still had moments where I kind of got discouraged, but then it'd always be a sign or some kind of like, you know, something that just kept me pushing, whether it be me getting discouraged and then I get a call from maybe radio stations or this or that, just keeping me going with it. Don't give up. Stay consistent and stay determined. People look at me like, bro, you think you this or that? You think you this or that? I'm definitely that. I'm all of that. And I know it. And ain't nobody gonna tell me different. So it's impossible for me to feel any of this because I already know myself. Because ain't nobody more right about you than yourself. That's why I say as soon as you like get to that point where you like, okay, I'm the one. And then you start carrying yourself that way. Then eventually your work will start looking like you the one too, right? And then eventually people start seeing your work that looking like you the one, and then they tune into you and see that you the one. I promise you, you know, I'm telling you it's simple, like I got an answer, I don't, but it's starting to click. Live and learn. That's what I've learned so far, though. I'm still going. I may not be the most religious person, but I think I definitely got a big influence from God himself with the music route that I've been taking, because the influence is heavily from God because of the fact that I realized that this is a talent that I had that wasn't something that you can learn or something that you can practice. So it had to be something, you know, from a divine entity in my, you know, as far as my perception goes. And I think that me having this talent, I guess the people around me or whoever knows the talent, is they may be messages from God to pursue this route or pursue this, you know, this field or whatever in my life. So I do look at it as a sign from God or as an influence from God, just by simply putting people in my life who embrace the music or embrace the movement or whatever I may be doing.
If you're looking to have a great time, Savannah's nightlife is back, calling all SCAD, Armstrong, and Savannah State students to the hottest bar in the city. Dosha Lounge is open 6 days a week until 3 a.m. Yes, I said it, 3 a.m. Bright lights, comfortable couches, and a cool atmosphere. Did we mention the full top chef bar with reasonable prices? Happy hour, 4 to 8, Monday through Friday. So come see us at 128 East Broughton Street today. We'll have a shot waiting for you.
I come from, my father, really was a heavy pusher of education, so it was always go to college and whatnot when you get out of high school. And as a young kid, you don't really have insight on what you want to do with life. So I went to school, came to school, and as I got to school, I also started being more involved with music. Getting more involved with music made me kind of almost lose focus with school, but at the same time, it also hindered my music by being in school because I can't be everywhere I need to be to make all the moves I may need to make. So, in my position, school had been the biggest hindrance this far. Besides, I don't know what else could be besides financial investment. But I think school is one of the most heaviest barriers right now, keeping me from spreading my wings fully. So as I said, I was always pushed for education anyway. On top of being pushed for education, I already had been bred with this attitude to just keep going. I'm built on persistence. So if I start something, it's only right as far as I go and how I feel on the inside to finish it. So when I realized I've been in school this far and started this, of course I have to finish. It's simple as that. Listen, every time you do something in practice, because it's just like every time you do something, it's a stepping stone. Like we raised up, right? It's foolish for people to make the same mistake that people before made because they the stepping stone. So people who did things before, just like everything that you just did, they stepping stone. You did something right, it's great. Okay, what's the imperfections? And then you see what the imperfections is, and then you fix those. And then when you do it again, right, it might be at like 92% instead of 85%. Okay, keep going, find more imperfections, get it to 97%. Until you get to 100%, it's simple as that. You just don't stop. Like the main reason for failure is because people give up. People just give up, honestly. Like it's simple as that. They give up. Ain't no way you can fail if you keep going. Especially when you determined, you feel me, and confident. You got to take care of yourself more confidently. I stopped being humble. It ain't no more like coming in the club like, can y'all play this? It's like, hey yo, play this. And then they echo whatever. What you need? Like how much you need? Pull out some money. And then if they continue to like not want to do it, then we gonna shut the club down. Like I had to jump out of that coolness and all that little coolness and keeping it cool. I can't be chill. Like for what? I'm gonna be chill and act like I'm like everybody else. And sell myself short when I already know I'm above all that. I'm gonna carry myself above everything around me. Every single time. Everything. Just by simply just, you feel me? A mental change. It ain't even like physical. It ain't all the way physical. It ain't even got to be no physical work there. All you gotta do is sit there and mentally just adjust the way you thinking to like, okay, I'm unsure to like, I know it. You gotta know it. Right? This semester, we had a progression semester. We did a lot of parties and whatever, and we got a lot of attention from the local venues around Savannah. By the end of this semester, we plan on throwing maybe a graduation party, and they can definitely look forward to seeing a lot of Billy bands around that time, and of course next semester.
Himalayas. You see the heat, you think I just came from Al Qaeda. I put my heart up in it, so you gotta love it.